Hey everybody, how's it going? I just wanted to stop in really quickly before the video proper started and just kind of let you know why the video length is as long as it is. So, I had a long string of games with this deck, and I thought that so many of them were so very interesting that I really wanted to plug them into one video, just continuously so that way you could see the consistency of the deck. There were some matches that I lost. I didn't really feel like I needed to include those matches though because they didn't really showcase the deck. They oftentimes were kind of quick and a little bit boring. Like I lost to Invade one time, and I don't think that people really want to see that. So um, that's the kind of stuff that I clipped out. But the rest of it, I think you'll find that a lot of these matches are really, really interesting. I'll put time codes in the description below. That's what I've been doing with a lot of well, with every video that I've made. I have timestamps down below in the description that will tell you when each game starts. So that way, if you're looking for a specific matchup, you can just click like game one, and then game one will take you to the first match that I play, and you can kind of look at the colors and see, oh, he's playing a tribunal deck in this one. I don't really care to see that, and then you might switch to a different one. So if that's how you want to watch the video and enjoy your time, by all means, I have that option for you there. But yeah, this video is about so far 50 minutes. I'm recording this near the end of me editing this, and I think that I'm going to cut out a few bits and pieces of the video and maybe make them their own. There's one matchup in particular that I really, really enjoyed, and I just want that to be its own separate video. But uh, as far as this video goes, I'm almost done with it, and I'm kind of just spitballing right now. I'm kind of new to this whole thing, so just be a little bit patient with me, and hopefully we'll both figure it out, and you'll enjoy your time watching. So thank you very much, and I hope you enjoy the video. All right, let me adjust my mic a little bit, take my hat off of my ears so I can hear myself a little better. Okay, hey guys, how's it going? I wanted to go over the deck list that we're going to be talking about today. So uh, this is my own little creation here. It's it's kind of a mess, but I love this list a lot. It can be really fun when it actually does pop off. So it's called Ulfric's Covenant. The main goal here, we don't actually run Ulfric himself, but we do run 3 copies of Ulfric's Uprising. So this is going to trigger, in case anyone doesn't know, it triggers the summon of each friendly creature. So if you throw down a Devaith Fear, he deals 6 damage to a random enemy. If you then were to lay down an Ulfric's Uprising, he would deal 6 damage to a random enemy again. So I tried to stuff the deck full of summon abilities, or creatures that have summon abilities anyway. Um, and you know what? I'm actually going to swap a few things around here because I realized I run Cunning Ally and there's no real sense in me doing that. Okay, so I just toyed around with this list a little bit here. So we have a lot of creatures in this deck with summon abilities. The first two here, Aldvalathi and Barrowstalker, do not have a summon ability. That's just because they're kind of cards to help us set up in the early game. If we draw them in the late game, that's not great for us, but there's at least some stuff that they can do for us later on. A Night to Remember is here to re-trigger summon effects. We've got our Wardcrafter here. I mean, everybody knows Wardcrafter, just gives a creature ward. It's a very simple card. Blood Crazed Daedroth will draw us a card if there's a wounded creature in the lane. One kind of fun effect that you can do with A Night to Remember is you can shift Blood Crazed Daedroth into another lane that has a wounded creature, and then that will trigger its summon. Daggerfall Mages do not have any summon effects, but they synergize pretty well with Wardcrafters, and I needed a new 3 slot, so I threw them in there. Dark Guardian, that will come down when we have our big stuff near the end that will help us get a little bit more aggressive without worrying about prophecies. We also don't, I mean, we do have a fair amount of guards, so we want to be more defensive while we're setting up the board state to try to just kind of hit him with one big burst. Um, Dark Rebirth, just to trigger summon effects again. Galen the Shelterer, just a fantastic card. It can shuffle in a bunch of stuff. I think that like stuff like tree minders are good to shuffle in because that makes them a little bit more of a threat. Dishnikyal archers, elusive schemers, really anything here I don't mind shuffling more of into my deck. Um, yeah, Dishnikyal archer and well, tree minder is for just gaining magicka, so that way we can play more big stuff more actively. Dishnikyal archer is to take out supports mainly, but that one extra damage might come in handy in some cases. Elusive schemer, really good card. Just shuffles zero cost copies of itself in. It is the second source of draw um, in our deck when paired with Blood Crazed Daedroth. Fell the Mighty because we don't really run all that much removal in this deck. Well, we do kind of run removal. It depends. I'll get into it in a second. But Fell the Mighty is just a great card to have if our opponent is playing something kind of degenerate like Ayleid Guardians. Then we can at least take one of them down with Fell the Mighty. Histgrove. Histgrove is, again, to boost us up, to get our board state to be a little bit crazy. So we have 3 Tree Minders, 2 Histgroves, um, and these Spines of Elder's Blood over here. That'll help us boost our Magicka up. Histgroves don't need to proc, but it's nice if they do. Piercing Twilight. So there's a lot of stuff in the meta currently, like Parthenax, Dragon decks. I just mentioned Ayleid Guardians. Empire decks go a little bit crazy right now, so Piercing Twilight can be can be used to just remove stuff from the game that we don't want to play against, because it is completely obnoxious and annoying to have Parthenax being looped over and over again. So if our opponent decides to play something like Midnight Burial on turn 1, throws a Parthenax and an Alduin into his discard pile, then we can just take them out with Piercing Twilight. It's also helpful for stuff like Javelins, just anything that's kind of in the way. Preserver of the Root synergizes pretty well with our Magicka gaining cards, and I think that a 4/4 for 4 with a bonus effect is not a bad card to run at all. Like I said, we like guards in this deck, so he's a good fit. Doppelganger can be used to trigger a summon effect of any one of our creatures. Let's say that we need another, I don't know, we need another card last minute. We can turn it into an elusive schemer. We need to destroy a support. We can turn it into a Dishnikyal archer. Doppelganger is a great card. Hallowed Death Priest. This is the other form of removal, and I completely skipped over Mummify. So these two are going to help us a long ways in clearing the board. I really don't like these cards, to be honest with you, but this deck is trying to be a little bit more competitive than the stuff that I usually would run, so um, I don't like playing against these cards. I think that they're really obnoxious, but our main objective with this deck is just to basically piss our opponent off, resummon a bunch of stuff. So if we can turn his hand into a bunch of mummies, that's the plan. I run a 1 of Memory Wraith because I feel like more than one isn't really necessary. It sort of goes along the same lines as Piercing Twilight, though, where if we can just get rid of our opponent's discard pile, it'll prevent them from doing anything crazy or stupid with it. We run 2 Shadowfen Priests, just like how we run 2 Dishnikyal Archers, because they're both for support removal. I figured 4 options for support removal is pretty good in this list. Um, the Gatekeeper. Gatekeeper is a very fun card to run. If you get a Doppelganger on a Gatekeeper, it is one of the most fun combos that you can do because that lane is just completely shut down now. If your opponent tries to kill one of them, the other one's still left standing. So Gatekeeper, really fun card. Abner Tharn, again, just retriggers summon abilities. He can be really fun if you get him down and then like you get Ancano down, right? And then you Abner Tharn onto Ancano, and then you can like trigger Ulfric's Uprising to get that effect 2 more times. It's a great combo. Gortwog, I figured fits in this deck pretty well because we have a lot of creatures with summon effects, and if we can get them on the board earlier, then their summon effects will trigger earlier. Gortwog's also, he's just a solid target for stuff like Javelins or Edicts or anything like that because your opponent sees this guy and he presents an immediate threat that he's going to start putting stuff on the board with no limit. So the sooner the better for Gortwog, I'd say. Night Shadow is just a source of drain in case things start to go haywire. I like Night Shadow a lot. It's a 6/5 for 6 with breakthrough and drain, so the stat line for the cost I think is really pretty good. And he is going to be comboed with our one of Unstoppable Rage, which it works sometimes when I try to do that combo. We run two Night Shadows and one Rage just because uh, the Night Shadow itself is a little bit more valuable than the Rage will be. Already talked about Spine of Elder's Blood. It's just there to give us more magicka. Grummite Magus. The Grummite Magus is a really fun card. I think that if you don't run Grummite Magus in any decks, you should try it out. It can be really nice for deleting stuff from your opponent's hand, like a New Era or Call Dragon is another big one that I despise that card. So Grummite Magus being able to just get rid of it from your opponent's hand after they've played a Greybeard Mentor or something to pull it out of their deck is very fun. Ulfric's Uprising is the reason that we play this deck, so we already talked about that. Ankano's another one of those cards that if you're new to Legends, which most people watching this video won't be, but if you're new to Legends, you should immediately buy the Skyrim bundle to get this Ankano deck. It's like 500 or 1,000 gold or something. I'm not really sure, but I'm pretty sure it could be obtained with the in-game currency. Uh, this card is amazing. You should run it in almost every blue deck that you have. The dealing 5 damage, just being able to instantly break your opponent's rune is great. And then the added effect of your actions having breakthrough is crazy. So we'll talk about him in just a second again, but Ankano, fantastic for his summon ability alone, but the added benefit of the actions having breakthrough is nice. We already talked about Rage. Rage can be comboed with a few cards that are high end here. I'd say that starting with Memory Wraith here is when Rage really could start being useful. Maybe even Preserver of the Root if you have 7 Magicka. But yeah, you just Unstoppable Rage on any of these. They can tend to clear a lane. Um, Solid card to keep. Blood Magic Lord. I like this card. It was between this or the Night Talon Lord, and the reason that I chose Blood Magic Lord is because Blood Magic Lord has the summon ability, so we can kind of do some degenerate stuff with him. A Night to Remember, Dark Rebirth, Doppelganger, all that kind of stuff. Emmerich Covenant King is the card that I had to put in this deck to make it a tricolor deck. But I actually do like Emmerich's summon. He's a very solid creature, and I think he's a really cool character in ESO too. So if you've never played ESO, I recommend that you go on and do that and say hello to King Emmerich. Uh, Laneth. I believe it's pronounced Laneth, not Laneth, but someone can correct me on that. Laneth, she just lets us draw whatever we want from our deck, which is an insanely powerful summon effect. And with all the Magicka boosting that we have in our deck, it will be really, really easy to play her down and then like Dark Rebirth or Night to Remember to pull like 3 cards that we really want in the next few turns from our deck. So she's really solid. The Red Year, just uh, if you guys have been watching me stream for a little bit now or watching my decks, you'll know that the Red Year is one of my all-time favorite cards. I think that its ability to just wipe the board is great. It's not completely overpowered like a New Era is, because a New Era, I don't even want to talk about a New Era right now. The Tamriel collection is busted. But the Red Year, it being unique, just a one of, great card. I run it in almost every red deck that I can when I remember to, because being able to clear the board like that is so valuable. And Devaith Fear. Devaith Fear's effect is wild. Deal 6 damage to a random enemy, and then he's going to summon his Daughters of Fear if we get him to survive for one more turn. So if you can imagine a whole lane full of Devaith Fear and the Daughters of Fear, and then you Ulfric's Uprising on them, that's 24 damage being doled out just in one turn. So very, very crazy combo to do. I will mention that this deck is really hard to actually get stuff to work out in your favor sometimes, because things don't always work out the way that they seem like they will, you know? So you start playing your stuff down, and then maybe your opponent just, I mean, bottom line, you're not going to win every match, right? But you can try to have some fun. This deck is mostly about trying to have fun. It is more competitive than stuff that I normally run, but you'll notice I didn't try to cram in lightning bolts or ice storms or stuff like that. Really, our removal comes from Hollow Death Priest, Mummify, Fell the Mighty, and then the red years. That's our oh shit button. So we will try to find a match and see if we can win something. We're up against SF Gaming Channel, the Resplendent. Guy is rank 2 in the Atronach. He's on a Guildsworn deck with 75 cards. The question is he Guildsworn? Just red, blue, and yellow? Or is he just Invade? You know, I turned back the Unstoppable Rage at the front because I didn't want it, and the game just decides that I need it on turn 1, so I guess I'll take it. Yeah, that's fair. You know what I hope happens is he plays Mankar Cameron, and then I can Fell the Mighty his Oblivion Portal um, after he plays like Invasion Party or something. This game might be over already. Memory Wraith isn't super helpful here. But it is a 5/5. Thankfully, with Guildsworn colors, he's not going to really be he's not going to be doing any discard pile stuff or things. Hmm. Mummify the portal. Fell the Mighty that. We'll see how he comes back from that. There's that invasion party I was talking about. I think we can survive. I think we can survive a little bit here. Doesn't seem like he has any removal unless he just top decked something. I mean, I'm sure he's got removal in his deck. But, okay. Do I die here? 9. Might have Lightning Bolt. Wow, okay. We lose we lose Emmerich, but that's okay. We didn't even really break a rune. And we did. Right there, yeah, thank you. You know, the Crisis Begins is such a card. I'm gonna Galen in more Devaiths because I'm feeling evil right now. Now, that was a good play for us, but yeah. Okay, the Sunken one. Don't normally see people play the Sunken one. I'm A-okay with just doing that. We are running out of removal very quickly, though. He's got another one. Wow, he pulled the sunken one again. Nice. We're gonna try our best to get rid of that. Okay, well we got rid of something. And I can double doppelganger this thing next turn. Great sigil stone. Okay. So it's swing, swing. I'm gonna leave the sunken one alone for now. Oh shit, nice. Okay, swing, swing. I could, yeah, you know what? That's what I'll do. Copy him. Now, who's he gonna shoot at? He just shoots at his face. Well, that's gonna be a ton of damage there. Shuffle in more Twilights. Okay, cool. Does he have another Forces of Destruction? He's got a Widow Daedra that's gonna get no value. Pulled back Forces of Destruction, of course. Okay, well this is essentially what I was trying to get to have happen, so we'll swing like this, then like this. We hit a Prophecy. Actually does kill my guy here. But that's okay. We'll do that. He gets another Prophecy. That's unfortunate. Okay, well we're gonna do that. I'm gonna doppelganger him. And we win. So that's essentially what we're doing with this deck. That's the end goal right there. I'm glad that I could get that on camera. Okay, we are up against August Caymans. I'll throw back a Night to Remember, and then we'll see what we get. Night Shadow came in clutch last game, so we'll see if he can help us out again this game. This guy's on a 100 card Tribunal deck. Okay. I don't really have that many silence effects in my deck, so don't really mind. I don't really mind if this card lives for a little bit longer. Ebonheart Oracle. It's a good card. Let's throw the Tree Minder down first. Now I have an 8/7 Night Shadow. I'm not going to try to hit him. I don't want to do anything too crazy right now. Cast into time. Okay. Well, I don't think I want him to have those anymore. He's just letting this thing get billions of rallies off over here. Doomcrag. Cool. Does he have something to pair with this? Doesn't really look like it. I'm going to take this turn here to set up my Hist Groves. Kill his Doomcrag, and I'll make him pop his own ward next turn. Although rallying onto Doppelganger is not really exactly where I want to be at. Okay, we need to deal with that immediately. But how to do that? Let's take something out of his hand. Okay, that's a good card to get rid of. Okay, this is about to be really, really bad if I don't draw a Fell the Mighty. Anticora. The red ear would be helpful too. He does hit me. He he has a ton of damage over here, so let's go and play like this. See if we can't just stall him for a second. He doesn't have cast into time anymore. He doesn't have this in his hand. He's got that tome to maybe draw something to help him. Okay, so it doesn't look like he has an answer right now. Hafinger Marauder. If I don't draw the red ear, I'm so screwed. Probably just kills my Wardcrafter? I don't know. No. Yeah, that. Oh, the red ear! Yes! Okay. That is what we needed. I'm gonna drain some health. Sorry about this. So next turn, we're gonna get our big fellas up from the Hist Grove, and that might help us a little bit. Our opponent is at 58 life though, so that's something to keep in mind. Okay, my guess is he gets another Undying Dragon and puts it in his hand. So I'm gonna Hollow Death Priest that next turn, I think. Unless, of course, I don't want to be Singleton Andy, but he doesn't have any other things in his hand. Let's just try it. Play a Hollow Death Priest over here on Mirak. Ooh, nice. Do my Blood Magic Lord over here. Got a Corpse Curse. That's good. He drops me down to 14 this turn. Actually, no, he probably kills one of my Swamp Leviathans. Yeah, so 15. Really not that big of a difference. Night Talon Lord. Okay, that's a good Corpse Curse. Got a Doppelganger, my Blood Magic Lord. Get another Corpse Curse to stall him. We get Drain Life. I think I'll save my Drain Life. I'm gonna play a Tree Minder over here and then another Death Priest over here. Gets rid of his Auroran Sentry. I think this guy actually is Singleton. If you look at his list, it's kind of weird. Okay. Well, we'll get rid of that. Kill Lydia. Get another spell. This is gonna fill the lane with confused villagers, so it's pretty funny. 8, 16, 16 plus 6 is 22, 23. So we can't quite kill him yet. I don't want him to get another card. So we'll just, oh wait, I've got Drain Life too. So let's see, we got 16, 17, 18, 19. Plus 5 is 24, plus 1 is 25. Yeah, I can't quite kill him yet. I think I'll wait. It's so funny, he's got a premium chicken. Tel'Vos Magister. It's a good card. Okay. I think I'm ready to swing at him now. Go that, that. Yeah, I want to kill him with Drain Life, so we'll do that. Good game. I'm telling you guys, the Red Year is the most slept on card in this game. Not enough people run it. It's the whole reason that we won that game. First time we've seen Gortwog. I'm gonna keep the Shadowfen Priest. I think Gortwog's too slow to go up against Monk. There's Emmerich. To Barrowstalker. Okay. With the Sanctuary Pet, it's looking like it might be Animal Monk. But then again, what do I know? I think we'll just play Daggerfall Mage. Play a Dark Guardian here. My thought process is if he hits with the Werebat, or even if he doesn't, I'll get the opportunity to hit with the Werebat next turn. But he's going to waste a Piercing Javelin on a Dark. Okay, so I'll simply just play another Dark Guardian. As I was saying, if he doesn't do that again, then I'll get the opportunity to swing into him. Then this guy will be wounded, then that will let me throw my Blood Crazed Daedroth over here, and then I'll be able to draw a card. So we'll see what his decision is here. And he makes that decision. I didn't say what this guy's name was. This guy is Santer. Paradise is Chosen. He's on a, let's see, 90 cards, 6 in his hand, so 96 plus 4 in the discard. He is on a 100 card deck. Okay. Cool. Nice play. We have Rage coming up. Yeah, I'm gonna play. Let's see what we get. Dark Rebirth. Okay. I'm not super worried about this lane over here right now. We've got Dark Rebirth on this thing that we can do next turn. If he plays something big and crazy. I mean, I think we could just stop his whole game here. We just do this. What's that? That'll drop him to 5, right? I don't want to drop him to 25. Rather wait. There's that Jackal card. Okay, and then we Shadow Fen Priest that. So this game is over. Ooh, and we hit the right guy. I would not be surprised if he just conceded. But he might want to keep playing. I don't know. Gentleman Jim Stacy. You know what? You can take my Tree Minder, buddy. Get our ward back on this guy. Play my Blood Magic over there. Get ourselves a Corpse Curse. I'm gonna hold on to that. 13, 17, 20, 23. So we could kill him. Yeah, I think he might be either mad at me or he just left his computer. We'll win like this. You know what I was saying earlier about that one damage coming in handy. Okay, we are up against Toffler, the Resplendent. Guildsworn deck, 75 cards. I'm holding on to this Mummify here because I'm anticipating a portal. And we'll just have to wait and see if I'm right. We've got a pretty decent opening hand right now. Ooh, no portal. Might just be Guildsworn. Like an expertise-based deck or something. I dig it. I'm down. Altar of Spellmaking is a pretty neat card. There's Explore. Found a support with Explore. Okay, it's going to be hard to interact with this deck if he's going to be playing a lot of actions like that. But the Grummite should come in handy here. Wow. Lots of supports. I see I see a forward camp in my future. That's what I was trying to say. Probably gives this thing breakthrough. It's kind of what I was anticipating. Oh wait, what? Okay, created by unexpected arrival. Okay. We'll play out our hand a bit here. Get a Piercing Twilight. Man, what on earth? Okay. I'm a little bit confused about what's going on right now, but it's kind of fun, whatever it is. We'll hit him like this, and then we'll play our Grummite. And we hit his Forces of Destruction. What is this guy doing? Is he playing Invade? I don't know what's happening. I think I might just start smacking him around, because I don't think he knows what he's doing. I'm just gonna start going for it. Okay, he got that. Yeah, I'll throw my other Grummite down. And oh, he's playing Unite. Sorry. He might have another one in his hand. Is that mine? Yeah. Okay, so we actually have to start racing this guy a bit. I've already conceded that one of my guys is going to die. Let's make it this one. Throw a tome on. Throw another tome. Got Emmerich. Next turn. We'll see what this guy can do. He's got Explore. I'm kind of rooting for him. I haven't seen someone play Unite in a long time. I don't think that gets him where he needs to be, unfortunately. Okay. Good game. It was a good try. It's another win, though. Another win for the Ulfric's Covenant deck. I really didn't get to do a whole lot of like shenanigans that game, but I just was like I was very confused by what that guy's deck even was. So I figured he didn't have a great way to get out of me just hitting him. Okay, we're up against Senmir, the Gladiator. He's on Hlalu, so I don't think I need Fel the Mighty right away. Okay, we've got Mummify, Hollow Death Priest, which seems like it might be a little bit overkill. There's our Grummite again. I have never seen anyone play this card. Um, okay, so the way that Veteran works is if it survives its first attack, then it does its thing. So what we can do here is Dark Guardian, it swings into this, kind of like what I was saying before with the Werebat. Oh, it's just gonna move there and then back. Okay, this is pretty good. We don't have the ring this game, which is going to make things a little bit rough. And okay, Hidden Trail. That's odd. I'll play a Hollowed Death Priest over here. Get rid of his Apex Predator, that's good. Then I'll get rid of this thing too. Okay. Werebat. That's interesting. That is an interesting combo. He's got 9 damage plus 2 after that, so he'll drop me to 5 after this. That's gonna, yeah, it's gonna draw me a bunch of cards. I think that this might be a big fat L, but I'm gonna go. I'm gonna Hollow Death Priest again. Okay, Silt Strider, so he's kind of stuck. I'm starting to question why I put my Death Priest over here. I don't know if there was a good reason for that. Okay. He just swung with that thing, so. Huh. Okay, well, I did get dropped to 5, but. And I'm still gonna lose, but. Let's do that. Just get rid of this thing once and for all. Get rid of this. And then I'll pop a ward on this guy. And then we'll see what I can get up to next turn. So I'm guessing he does like swing, swing, and Serial hits my face. But I can kill her at least this turn. And I can mummify something. But then I can't really play anything substantial after that. Huh. Okay, well, he'll just do that and then win. Or... No, he wins. He definitely wins here. Damn. Well, I can... I feel like I just saw a way to beat him. If I mummify this, is it going to get cover? Because that's a way for me to stay alive. I need him to not have werebats anymore. Yeah, it gets covered. Oh, no, it doesn't. That was just my game being weird. Okay, that's what I saw. We'll see if that's a long-term fix or not. Okay, he gets drained, kills me. But then I also get drained now. Ha ha ha. I'll lay down my Daedroth just in case. We've got Emmerich for removal. Okay, we're stabilizing. And we've got the Unstoppable Rage. Let's lay down a Grumite. Immolating Blast, cool. That should stop him for a second. Okay, and we have the red here, so I think we're pretty good right now. If he has another Immolating Blast in his hand, you know what, honestly, let me just double check. He's got an Arrow Storm. It's not really going to do much. But that was the highest cost action that he has, so it's safe to say he doesn't have anything. Wow. Well, this worked out. Daggerfall, Mage. Swing like this. Swing like this. Like this. Then he's going to do 4 damage and breakthrough. So yeah, I think I'll just do that now. Yeah. Wow. Cool. I love this deck so much. I'm glad that I made those revisions in the deck earlier too, because it hadn't really been performing as well recently as I wanted it to, and I think that the few extra cards like Gortwog there was really fun, even if he only procced once and I had to kill him. He got an extra card on the board and he got me some value, so it's very good.